guys, welcome back to our 5 weekly favorites. First up is our show favorites. We watch Kaleidoscope on Netflix, and if you're unfamiliar, it's basically a show about a heist. So there's a group of people that are performing a heist, and each episode is like X number of years before the heist, or not even years. Sometimes it's like 2 weeks before the heist.
Or
8
after.
years. Yeah, 8 years before the heist. Or there's, I think, one episode after the heist. But instead of being chronological, they're color-coded. So all the episodes have a different color. And the purpose is that you don't have to watch them in any particular order. And I read that Netflix change the order, like based, I don't know, they use different algorithms for different people to change the order, but they had the white episode as last for everyone, and that's the actual episode that the heist takes place. And I love that. And we don't have a way to like test it if that's true, but I'm sure it is, because you could tell when you were watching it that they could be watched in any order. Yeah, and I do think it was a show that was a little bit hard to follow. Like if you weren't paying close attention, you can't be like on your phone. You really have to pay attention, because the way, like, it does seem like each episode is almost like a standalone, and sometimes you have to like really remember to be able to piece it together, like the whole story. But I thought the acting was really good in my opinion.
Yeah.
And the story in general was good. Like maybe it could have flowed a little bit better, but I love a good heist. Yeah, and I loved the concept. I don't think any show has ever done this before. And it makes you like think about episodes, like Britta said, is more of like almost like little movies. Like the Violet episode was my favorite, the most heartbreaking but the best one, I think. And I don't think I've ever watched a show where I could like pinpoint an episode after like, oh, that one was my favorite. You know, you just like it as a whole. So I don't know, it was so interesting, and I hope that there's more shows like this. Yeah, for sure. Okay, next up is a lip balm favorite. I picked this up recently. It's the Amara Algae and Moringa Sea Silk Lip Balm. I've always wanted to buy Amara products, but they are pretty expensive, but now they're on Sephora, and so I want to try this out. And it is in an aluminum tube, but it's such a thick lip balm that it doesn't do the thing that the Summer Fridays used to do, where it would like get all messy. Like it's remained super clean. The tube hasn't broken yet, but I did just get it. And I really like this. I feel like it does a really good job like nourishing the lips. It's very occlusive, so it's a great like nighttime lip balm too. It has a little bit of shine, but not too much. I'm so curious about the red shade, because I really ended up liking the formula. So I recommend this. It isn't cheap for a lip balm, but it is really nice. Okay, next up are these Dry Bar rollers. Sorry, I have hair in them because I've been using them, but I guess that's real life. So there's like, they call it a large and a medium size, I believe, and it comes in a pack with 6 of these. I got them years ago because Amber Lancaster talked about how she does the roller on her bangs, or like her front pieces, and she like rolls it up so it's in the front of your head, like over, not overexposed, but over, you guys know. It's basically over here instead of up here. And I did that when she first talked about it, maybe like a year or 2 ago. And then I just never kept up with it because I didn't really have like layers or anything to really be able to do that with. But our friend Grace recently cut our hair, and so I have like some more front layers. And I was like, I'm gonna take these out and use them, because I saw Leanne says on her Instagram stories talk about this hack where you basically put all your hair on top of your head in like a high pony, and then you divide your ponytail into 4 sections and do a roller in each one, and you let it sit for 20 minutes. And she took her hair down and it looked phenomenal, and she has like very long beautiful hair, so I knew mine wouldn't look the same. And I had different sizes, which I wouldn't recommend. If I had 4 of this size, I think I would like it the most for my hair because it's not as long as hers. But I let it sit for 20 minutes, and it just gives that like nice bounce and volume and dimension that I'm looking for. So I really like these. Like I said, I wish that you kind of had the option to get the multi-pack or this size, because I wouldn't prefer the large ones for my hair. But Carly and I recently ordered hot rollers because we thought that would kind of be like a simple one and done. Because I should say, in Leanne's tutorial, you have to, she kind of curls each piece to get it hot before putting it in the roller, because you obviously have to like heat the hair. So hopefully the hot rollers work better, and if so, we'll do a tutorial. But I've been using these like all week and I love them. Okay, next up is an appliance. So we upgraded our air fryer because our old one was so old and making weird noises, and so we got the Ninja air fryer, and it's a game changer.
It's so good.
It works so much better than our old one. The actual like I I don't know, like base, like the basket is pretty small still, and we thought that would be a problem, but it gets crispy in there. Like it's, our old one just didn't get as crispy. This one really crisped everything up without burning it. It's like a noticeable difference between our old one. We didn't even realize how bad the old one was.
No, well, I mean, we knew because of the noises, but
yeah, and we also knew, like, we would make, we buy like the Trader Joe's saute kits and make them in the air fryer, and when we would do like the Brussels sprouts one, I felt like only the ones on the perimeter would get cooked, and like the ones in the middle would never get cooked. And once we've made that in the new one, like everything cooks really evenly and thoroughly. There's more heat settings, like more heat options, which is nice. And even when we first got it, we didn't have the little liners. Now we have the liners, so we'll link those below too. But it was so easy to clean even after the fact. Like I had reheated a bunch of pizza one day, and you know, pizza, like cheese melts in there, grease, and I could just wipe it up. And of course I put like some soap and water in there too, but so easy to clean. Yeah, it's awesome, so we will link that one down below. Last up is a snack favorite. So we hauled a bunch of Valentine's Day candy, but I guess I haven't asked you, but my favorite were the Jelly Belly Pucker Lips.
Yeah, me too.
They're so good, you guys. We've been trying to find the Pucker Lips sour candy that Danielle on TikTok talked about, and they've been out of stock forever, so I saw these and I was like, we have to try these. I bet they're the same. They come in 3 flavors, watermelon, cherry, and strawberry. Equally as good. We finished the bag in one day. They're just like the perfect amount of sour, but the flavors taste really authentic, like not artificial at all. The bag is kind of small, and I saw that they are out of stock at our store, so I might just order them online because they're so good. And I believe they're vegan because it doesn't say gelatin on the list. It's just I think it's cornstarch or corn syrup is like the first ingredient.
Yeah, they're delicious. Highly recommend.
Okay, and that's it for our weekly favorites. We hope you guys had a good week, and we'll see you next week.